She was beautifully made up, but she shot herself in front of everyone. At first, people thought it was just a normal suicide case, but soon after, the deceased bride reappeared in the fog and shot her husband who had just come out of a brothel. Soon, the ghost bride shooting case dominated the headlines, which frightened everyone. Seeing that public opinion was becoming exaggerated, the detective had no choice but to seek help from the great detective Sherlock Holmes. When Holmes and Watson arrived at the morgue, they found the ghost bride chained to the morgue bed. The staff explained that this was the only way to prevent her from resurrecting and killing again. However, as a materialist, Holmes found this behavior foolish. He also did not believe in the absurd news of ghosts resurrecting to kill. But the coroner clearly pointed out the corpse before them was not only the bride Amy who had died the previous day, but also the murderer who had committed the crime with a gun the night before. Moreover, many witnesses had personally witnessed the entire murder process. Faced with the clear facts, Watson stated that there was only one truth: Amy had a twin sister. However, his words were immediately refuted by the inspector, as he had already investigated that Amy only had an older brother who had passed away 4 years prior. As the situation seemed to be at an impasse, the forensic pathologist suddenly noticed fresh bloodstains on the bride's body, which were not present when she was brought in. While the group was discussing this, they suddenly discovered a line of bloodstain writing on the wall.
Yeah! Yeah!
Holmes.
This was the bride's handwriting, but since the bullet had clearly penetrated her brain, how could she have survived? Sherlock Holmes suddenly thought of another person and turned to leave. Watson followed closely behind. Before leaving, he kindly reminded the coroner, although the victim died from a gunshot wound, she had been suffering from severe tuberculosis and was near death. The matter may not be as simple as it seems. A month later, 5 more men were murdered. The inspector told Holmes they were all shot dead by the ghost bride in their own homes, and there were bloodstains on the walls and raw rice scattered on the ground, as if it were some kind of mysterious ritual.